What's going on, guys? It's Yugi Bros, and we're gonna do a market watch. We haven't done this in forever, and I just wanted to bring up a couple things to people's attention. First and foremost, if you haven't seen, there's this hype around Summon Skull. It's gonna be the same with a lot of the iconic old DM staples, or not even staples, just cards in general. But unless your core TCG is sitting at $4, it's 8+, and there's not many listings. So it's one of those things that I would pick up rather than not. Dark Magician Girl started out at 15 when the box dropped, and it has since gone up to around $20 so far. It's definitely obviously the fan favorite. It's essentially the Charizard of Yu-Gi-Oh! For anyone that says Blue Eyes is the Charizard of Yu-Gi-Oh!, they are incorrect. Granted, I understand Blue Eyes is iconic, but DMG has always been the Charizard of Yu-Gi-Oh! And because this is secret rare and in the original artwork, I don't see this staying too much longer at this price. I can only see this go up over time. I'm not sure if it's short printed. I don't know if there was short prints in the speed box, but I will say out of my case, I only pulled 2. Granted, out of my case, I only pulled 1 Summon Skull, so that might say something about Summon Skull as well. But just a thought to keep that in mind. Dark Magician and Red Eyes are kind of the same here. Dark Magician's now $10, and while I will say it hasn't gone up a whole lot, if you go through the history, it's kind of been 8 to 10. I will say in the beginning it was a bit cheaper. The further you go down here, the further, well, maybe. You get what I'm saying. The beginning of the release, it was closer to 5 to 6, and then it's kind of skyrocketed it's kind of jumped up from that point. Red Eyes Black Dragon, same thing. This started out at $4. I remember it because I bought one at $4, and it's since doubled in price. And I only expect that in DMG and Summon Skull, the 4 iconic ones out of this pack, to just keep going up, just simply because they are iconic DM cards, and and they're all in secret rare. They're all in. I know people get mad about the speed stamp, but lately I feel like it's been the opposite. John Moore actually recently covered this in his market watch, where he said it used to be people were allergic to the speed duel stamp, similar how people are allergic to the gold rare. But now people actually prefer these because not only are they Europrint, but the card stock is actually just much better because they have to incorporate the engraved speed duel stamp there. And so it honestly, in my opinion, that's always been correct. They not only shine, I feel, better than most other cards in Yu-Gi-Oh!, but they just have this fantastic card stock. And honestly, if all cards were printed like this, it'd be so much better in general. Further on down here, you go into I'm shocked Tornado's holding 4, but I understand old formats are a thing. Same with Mind Crush. I do think Mind Crush is a little cheap compared to what it could be. I think this could definitely go up over time. Creature Swap, Kaiku, kind of the same thing. I don't know. It depends what you're playing for sure, but Mind Crush was such a good card back in the day. And you got to keep in mind, because you can play speed duels in other formats, you just can't play other cards in speed duels that don't say speed duel. These will go up because of older formats like Edison and just any Time Wizard format in general. Stuff like this will go up over time. I'm shocked Anti-Magic Arrows hasn't actually been bought out more. This saw fringe play for sure, but I think it was last year, and the gold rares went up to a couple dollars for a while. I don't even remember what the ultras were at, but this is obviously the prettiest version of this card so far, and the highest rarity of it now, so I'm actually shocked that it's only holding $2. As far as speed duel tournaments go, until this hits a ban list, I think this is just a solid pickup to pick up 3 of them. Kind of the same thing goes for Anti-Magic, kind of the same thing goes for Creature Swap, the same thing goes for Kaiku for sure, maybe Mind Crush. We do have that skill that now lets you look at your opponent's draw every turn, so this kind of gets ridiculous. Warrior of Atlantis is holding value because the last printing of it, I think, was Atlantean structure deck, if I'm not mistaken. And then staple cards like Book of Moon, Foolish, Allure, these are just good comments to have all around, no matter what the format is. And they all come in this, obviously. So this box for sure is just it's been a banger for value in general. I think that's why it's holding its sealed value here of around $30. I understand it's not exactly $30, but usually the last few boxes that have dropped to $20 sealed because the promos or the secrets or whatever just weren't up to snuff, but clearly this one is doing much better. Going forward, and we're going to go from the beginning forward, and we're going to kind of just rocket through these. Recruiter has still never had a reprint, nor have any of the Gravekeepers for that matter, and I was kind of shocked when we had the Duelist of Shadows box because, if I remember correctly, there was a Gravekeeper player. I thought he was a Shadow Rider, but even if he wasn't, like, it was just something that, like, they could have threw in like they threw in those Red Ace cards in the new box. The Gravekeepers definitely need reprints, especially Recruiter here, who's sitting at like $3 to $4, and it's just, if you wanted to play Gravekeepers, I understand it's kind of fallen out of favor, like no one's really playing it in speed duels, but like we got stuff like Dark Renewal, we can come up with new gimmicky things. Sage of Stone is another one that's just still never had a reprint, which kind of blows my mind because like we have all this Dark Magician support and all that. Why have they not given us this? Especially because we just got DMG in the last box. If you go into this deck, everything's been reprinted, I believe, that was in here, except I think Tyrant Dragon, but it just obviously now is announced for the Speed Duel Tournament Pack 6. The Ultimate Predators deck, nothing except Heatwave is worth anything. Going on to these decks here, this is where, again, the Toon stuff matters. What blows my mind here is that Toon Table of Contents, the common, and we had it in the first starter deck as well, $4, right? Versus Toon Table of Contents here in Tournament Pack 1. $2. What am I missing? What is the reason for this to be more money? Why wouldn't you just get the foil print? Both of them, I don't get it. I don't understand why that's like that. Charging Gaia is another one that only had this printing and then the ultra rare in a tournament pack, so he's like, whoa. Oh, he has like no listings. Well, that's crazy. Okay. If you want to pick this up, I would definitely go with this. I mean, we can click on verify. No, it doesn't change anything. Click, no, we're not even on there, man. Ooh, okay. That might be something worth looking into. On that note, what's the Ultra's at? What's the Ultra price? $12 for the Ultra print? I mean, if this continues, and this is a continued buyout, why pick up commons for 10 when you can get the Ultra for 12? That is interesting. Restrict never had a reprint, in terms of Speed Duel cards, I should say. It doesn't even have a tournament pack. I'm shocked this was never an Ultra, just because it's like iconic Pegasus card. Gaia the Fierce Knight. Yeah, Gaia doesn't even have another foil printing. It's the only Speed Duel print is that one. And they're holding like $2, but look at the listings. 1, 1, 1, 1, and 3. Right? So like, A, this is super easy to buy out, and B, if it ever did get bought out, like, who knows what the value would be. I don't know what you'd play this in outside of the skill for Night of Legend, but like, still. It's not even bad. Idol doesn't have a reprint aside from this box, and again, like, what are you going to play it in outside of like a dedicated Thousand Eyes deck? But still, Toon Mask, another Toon card that doesn't have a reprint. I don't know, $2 seems cheap for a foil version of that. Going into this deck bothers me so much because A, these don't have all three of these don't have reprints outside of their tournament pack counterpart. And then this is an Ultra, that's a common, and this is a super, but this was played for a while in current Yu-Gi-Oh! So it held a whole lot of value. This being Ultra and this being Super didn't make them easier to get, and they were already holding values, and as you can see here, offerings is $7 and not dropping. And even though it's a 1 of 1, it's like the staple generic 1 of 1 that you would play in a lot of decks. Lava Golem ain't much better. Nah, it's actually worse. It's like over $7. And, I mean, it's not even on the list, so anyone that wants to play this in multiples can just chuck it in anything. Santa Claus Ultra is down to like $4, which is, doable, but like good luck finding them outside a TCG player. A lot of the players that play Speed Duels aren't like going out of their way to buy stuff, so you're going to have to find this somewhere. And it's just not all that easy. Nightmare Wheel blows my mind here, being like $2 to $3, because it got a reprint in the Shadow Box as a common, so I just don't get why. Like, it's a 1 of 1, but it had the common reprint, right? So, like, it has the super in the tournament pack, but if we don't count tournament packs, it has the common. Like, why is this one still worth money? Like, if you look at its counterpart here, Zoma, okay, he's like $1, maybe $2. But again, like, also had a reprint in the Shadow Box. Doesn't really make sense as to why this is worth anything anymore, being a 1 of 1. Allure of Darkness has been reprinted to hell and back in Speed Duels, and yet the ones from this deck are like $1.50. I don't know, the Twisted Personality deck just... both of these, the starter decks, this one, the Match of Millennium one, from this era are just... they're just wealths of value, but I feel like half the value doesn't make any sense. Or these already got reprinted. These ones are like where the value is in this. It's just crazy to me. Battle City. I only want to talk about this for a second. If you just do commons here, unless it was in a tournament pack, this hasn't had a reprint. Alchemist hasn't had a reprint, period, and is holding this like $4 minimum if you want to play it. And he wasn't really good until we got a bunch of Banish support, but even so, like, definitely deserves the reprint. We just got widespread reprint, so like these will drop more than they already have. We just got a breaker reprint, so these were previously like $4, but they're dropping now. Another card, though, Wabaku, is $4, and it's been that way for a while, and there's like no listings online, and the only saving grace it has is that it's in Tournament Pack 6, right here. It's in Tournament Pack 6, but Tournament Pack 6 isn't on the market, and I don't get that, because it's past the due date. This has been a thing with like every Speed Duel tournament pack. I don't understand. It's street/launch date. It's always out before it's ever anywhere. So I don't understand Konami's point of putting a launch date on it when they don't even send it out to people until way after the launch date. Like, as it was, people couldn't get 4, 5, and 6 tournament packs for a while. Some people never got them. And those street dates were forever ago at this point. So I don't get the disconnect here on Tournament Pack 6. And like, so that's like the thing with this is like, there's no value on anything. And there can't be. And what sucks is that this set is really solid. And a lot of things were needed. Like the Tyrant Dragon, the Magician of Galactic Chaos, the reprint Knight Assailant with the correct text, a King of the Skull Servants that isn't a lot of money. Like, I don't understand. As far as the GX boxes go, I'm shocked this isn't higher. I just expected this to skyrocket. No pun intended, of course. It's just that, like, unless it's the original secret, why play any other rarity besides this one? Like, I don't know. And it's Europrint, and it's got the nice card stock. Is it just literally everyone's allergic to that? People gotta calm down. These things are $2. Like, pick up a set. For Gamer's Choice, holding the line with 995. Oh, maybe that's why it hasn't gone up. Oh, God, you're going to love Speed Duel prices, man. DD Warrior Lady Secret Rares, I'm shocked these aren't more bought out. It's just like Edison older formats. What? Dude, highest rarity, quote-unquote? Unless you're playing a DCR, like, I don't know. Seems solid to pick those up instead. Dekoichi, old format card, 75 cents, $1.48. Like, come on. What are we doing here? Sphere Karibo Floodgate Trap Hole, Speed Duel Staples, Sphere Karibo more, I guess. 50 cents for the secret rare? What? Oh my goodness. I'll just jump on these. This card will be good forever. Or at least for a long time. Cyber End Dragon, iconic card, comes secret rare, 45 cents. You don't have to play it. This is a really nice copy. It's like QCs, right? It's like you just pick up a lot of the QCs just to have them. You don't have to play them. And then, of course, Mally. Like, this is like one of the few commons I just want to talk about. It's just like 50 cents. This will only get better over time. It's just something I feel like you super pick up. Midterm box. This was a flop, as you can see. This was supposed to retail at 15. You can buy them at 7s. And the only, like, quote-unquote good secret rare of any value in this box is Dogeron at like $4 to $5. And it's mostly like other people playing it. Not even just Speed Duels. I will argue, Secret Gate Guardian, better looking than the regular Secret Gate Guardian. Maybe not the original, but it's still better than the reprint one. Hero Live Secret, I'm shocked is this much, just because of like hero players in general, not just Speed Duel. Same kind of goes for the Bubble Man. Like this was iconic back in the day when it had the other secret rare. These should have never got secrets. That's just my opinion. Look, even common Dogeron's like eclipsing the rest of the secrets. And then the rest of the secrets that aren't Droroid are kind of bad. Like, No one wants to pull that stuff, right? Should have been Blazeman. I know he's now getting his foil in Tournament Pack 6, but Secret Rare should have been Secret Rare. Duel Shadows box. I think this box was very good. I think this box was very, very good. 25 for sealed. Really cool, considering you can get this $10 DD Crow secret, which, aside from the ultis, like its quote-unquote highest rarity. The Secret Rare Macrocosmos, which is its highest rarity. And this also blows my mind. It's only that much money. Secret Rare Super Poly, which I know has a bunch of secret rares, but still, Europrint, much prettier. Secret Rare Allure, never had that before. Almost shocked it's not more, just because, like, regular formats. The common Super Poly is like $3. Every Super Poly, no matter what it is, it used to be the Allure thing, right? Every Allure, no matter what it was like a $3 to $4 card. Every Super Poly now is like a $3 to $4 card. Doesn't matter the rarity. It can be common for all it matters, as you can see. Cyber Dragon, the all art. Man, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? This had one other secret rare, and it was like in the Legendary Collection. But Europrint, prettier, in my opinion. I understand, but still. Why are these so cheap? Illblood, old school card, $1.20. Only other secret rare is the original. I don't know. This just seems like an insanely good budget version. Why wasn't this a secret rare? Crazy. I don't understand. Jiu-Jitsu for old formats, $1.10. Yeah, go for it. Why not, right? And then again, commons are Staples, Book of Moon, Allure, DD Crow. Like, this box had it all. This box was solid. And then, last but not least, the tournament packs. So, these all tanked a bit when it was either a Rewave went out or something. Yeah, the Rewave went out, right? So this card used to be over $100. Now it's $35. That's probably fair. That's probably where that should stick. This is now the worst artwork of Dark Magician, since we have two better ones, and they both come secret rare in the new box, so I'm even shocked it's still worth anything. Red Eyes, in my opinion, better artwork is in the new box, and comes secret, so I'm shocked this is even holding any value still. But it is Red Eyes nonetheless. DMG finally got a secret rare in the new box, so I understand why these are dropping. And then Toon Table I already covered, but why the heck is this 2 compared to the commons that are 4? Either the commons need to drop or this needs to go up, because this can't stay the cheaper version forever. Second one, this one, probably going to drop more once 6 actually finally drops, because then there will be a cheap version of this card to get besides the super from the OG packs, which we haven't even talked about, but we don't need to. Or this one. This card would be worth more if the skill didn't get errated, but unfortunately that's not the case. Again, there's a secret rare. Why pick up the Ultra? I'm shocked they're even worth anything. I see this and I get scared at night. It's a whole format. It was 2 years, man. 2 years. Third pack, as I said, the Charging Gaia. Definitely probably something to pick up, considering the common is already jumping. Oh, here we go. So this Santa Claus, $3. Ultra was 4. So are we going to pick up the Ultra, or is this going to tank more? If Dogoran gets hit in the list like I predicted, this might be more relevant. But it might not. Who knows? Lava Golem, the Ultra, says since tanked. I mean, it's $20, but it used to be like 50 back when Lava Golem was playing more in the format. I just feel like it's not worth picking up unless you're really dedicated to having this, because at some point we're going to get another printing, or they're going to limit it, and either way, it just drops more in price. The only reason this holds any value is because of outside of speed duels. Allure! What? Dude. It's $8 to $9 for the Ultra from the tournament pack. What? And it's Euro print. Like, what even? I get this has Ultra printings, right? And, like, it's nothing, like, crazy. The secret's probably cooler to have just because it's more unique. But, like, it's the tournament pack version. That's all I have to say. That's just next card. Toon Dark Magician. This card used to be, like, $100. How the mighty have fallen. I mean, it's Toon Dark Magician, so unless you're playing tunes, what are you doing with this outside of collecting it? I don't know. Like I said, tunes just need more support in speed duels for this to have any other value outside of collectors. This is the wrong art for this. This is the Tournament Pack 5 one. This is not the STP3 one, the Ultra. This is a common. I don't know if people realize that when they click this, but this card is $350. And I want to believe, because people see the wrong art, that they think it's the common, not the Ultra. And I get, like, you don't play this card in a whole lot of things anymore, but, I mean, $350? I'd just be out here buying a set. $10? Sure, take it. Offerings, like I said, the common is 7. The super is currently a little less. Well, no, it's basically the same thing. You just buy supers, because unless we get a surprise new set that comes out in the next, like, 2 months, this ain't dropping anytime soon, and we wouldn't get another tournament pack for at least another 5 months, so we're definitely not getting another reprint of this anytime soon, so I would just pick up supers. Zone of the Spirit, $2. Isn't the common like $2? Sure. I don't know. Same thing with offerings. It's not going to get a reprint anytime soon. The difference is it already had another reprint, and it is played less than offerings, but I don't know. If you don't have supers yet, I would just pick up a set. I understand it's at 1, but, like, Having a set of anything in this game is just a safe bet, in my opinion. Wheel, kind of the same thing. Dollar for supers. What are we doing? The commons are more. The commons in everything are way more. Tournament pack 4. Why are there still no pictures? This just got a secret. This just got a secret. Just got a common reprint. So I understand why these will go down, quote unquote. I don't know. To me, it's like, why is swap $40 for the Ultra, right? When you have a Lure of Darkness, which is a much more played card, just widespread in Yu-Gi-Oh! In general, at 10. And both have secret variants in this game. Just food for thought. Super pre-preps, by the way, $3 to $4. The common is $2 to $3. So just buy the. I'm only gonna bring up Scramble because my thing is like if Hanger comes off the list, I don't see them putting Scramble on the list. I think XYZ's been dead long enough that they're just gonna take Hanger off the list. In which case, I feel like this is just worth having. Curtin just got a secret reprint. I'm shocked. This was $5, and I don't know what possessed people to go buy them outside. Oh, it's still getting bought out. What is going on? Even yesterday, I saw this at like, yeah, look at this. These were $5 2 days ago. But like, it has the secret printing. So unless I'm missing something, also this card is not good. Unless I'm missing something, or it's just literally iconic, people just picking up old card to old card, I don't understand why this is getting bought out at all. Somebody explain this to me. Is there a Dark Magician deck I'm not aware of? Because if so, I'd love to hear it. I'd love to make that deck good. Shells finally calmed down from like the infinite money they were because it was the only foil version when the Mama Ultra Rare came out. So regular Yu-Gi-Oh players have that. Speedo players unfortunately still have this, but it's not overbearing as a $4 card. Hammer Shop finally got a reprint, so these can finally calm down. Granted, I'm pretty sure that the super here is, yeah, cheaper or the same price as the original common. So unless you pick up the new common, supers are $3. And then finally, yeah, just I don't get why this isn't out yet. I looked on eBay, I looked on this, I just typed it in on Google and I couldn't find anything. No one has this set yet, which would lead me to believe that Konami has not sent it out yet. But why? It is September 11th as of recording this video, and it released on the 6th. Where is it? Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one.
For more amazing Speed Duel content, subscribe to Yu-Gi Bros. It's time to duel!